The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com.
Are you sick and tired of the telephone calls, text messages, and ads in the mail for Medicare open enrollment? Medicare open enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th. Changes made during this time will go into effect January 1, 2025. Feel free to call me, local Medicare agent Dara Entwistle, and set an appointment to go over 2025 changes and plans. My office is in downtown Lincoln, or I can meet with you at your home if you like. Again, call me, Dara Entwistle, your local Medicare agent and your friend in health insurance, 217-651-8046.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. WLCN's live video stream coverage is made possible by Me Realty. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Go online to merealty.com.
Good morning, Lincoln and Logan County and Railer Nation. It is still morning by my clock, 11:58, as we get set for Lincoln in Consolation Pool Play A against Lanark Eastland here at Dixon High School. Lincoln, of course, lost yesterday their first game to a pretty good Moline team, 56-44. Came back and won the nightcap on the strength of 19 points from McKinley Knapp, who had 17 in the second half, to win 51-24 over Rockford Jefferson. Today, the opponent is Lanark Eastland High School. Lanark comes in to today's action with a record of 4-10. They have an enrollment just under 200, but don't think this is going to be an easy contest because their head coach, Nicole Brinker, has a great program at Lanark Eastland. They finished second in the state in 1A. in 2019. They won the 1A title in 2020. They had a third in 2014. They are a member of the Upstate Illini Conference. Again, their enrollment slightly under 200, but we expect this is going to be a well-coached basketball team from Lanark Eastland and a tough opponent for Lincoln's Lady Railers. Lincoln's Lady Railers struggled defensively in the opener yesterday against Moline that was played at 1:30 over at Reagan Middle School. And last night, the defense came alive and held Rockford Jefferson to 24 points, including kind of clamping down on Abby Bracious, their big center. And McKinley Knapp, who had 2 fouls early on, had 2 fouls with 7:25 to go in the first half, came alive in the second half with 17 second half points to finish the night with 19 unofficially, and helped lead the Lincoln Lady Railers to a 51-24 victory. The defense will have to come alive again here in the next 2 games here against Lanark Eastland. Then it would appear tomorrow at 9 a.m. we will play Freeport in Consolation Pool A, and that will round out the tournament for Lincoln's Lady Railers. Again, we're on the campus of Dixon High School. Dixon High School's gym, if you've been in the new Decatur Eisenhower gym or the new Decatur MacArthur gym, it's similar to both of those in the way it's laid out. There's no stage at one end. There is a balcony that goes all the way around the top, and Connor and I are well set here because the hospitality area is right behind us, so we're set for the afternoon. In fact, we may not even leave. Who knows? You know, that'd be So we are set for action here. Dixon High School is right on the Rock River. In fact, if you came up and saw the building, you might have thought that it was a large church or some type of large government building. I guess it is the public high school, but it certainly is a Gothic style of architecture. And of course, Dixon is the boyhood home of the 40th President of the United States, Ronald Wilson Reagan. So a lot of history here in Dixon, Illinois, a town of about 15,000 people, located about 40 miles north and west of LaSalle, Illinois. And the Duchesses were Lincoln's opponent last year in the Super Sectional over at LaSalle. In fact, we had a nice conversation with Dixon's head coach last night before the Lincoln game, and he was very complimentary of the team that beat his last year in the Super Sectional, calling it a once-in-a-lifetime team, and he may very well be right, as that Lincoln Lady Railer team went 74-1 over a 2-year period and brought home Lincoln's first basketball and team state championship in school history. But this is a different era now with this current Lincoln Lady Railer team coming in at 6-5, 1 game over 500, and you can feel the growth of this team and see it out on the floor. Mason McLeod started to get her shooting touch back a little bit last night. Mia Clark played very well in the post in McKinley Knapp's absence. Rebecca Burge is starting to become more comfortable getting off the bench and giving Taylor Rohrer quality minutes off the bench. But if we're looking for the Me Realty list of the game, the keys to the game, one is going to be to get off to a good start again today. The other will be to cut down on the turnovers. Victory does favor the team that makes the fewest mistakes. And the third key to the game is probably going to be to play inside out. That means getting the ball inside to the post and then trying to kick it back out to the shooters, or hopefully the post players McKinley Knapp and perhaps Mia Clark can get to the basket and get to the foul line. The Lady Railers were able to get to the foul line last night and draw some fouls on that team from Rockford Jefferson. We have 1:54 to go before both teams tip it up here at Dixon High School. Let's send it back to the WLCN studios for a 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have the start of today's basketball game. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
This is Corporal Brian Clements with the Lincoln Police Department. This week, Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers is seeking information in reference to copper gutters that have been stolen off churches in the last couple of weeks. On December 6th at 1:54 p.m., 2 subjects stole a copper downspout off the Zion Lutheran Church at 205 Pulaski Street. They were both on bicycles, and one was wearing a Chicago Bears jacket, the other was wearing a tan coat and blue jeans. If you have any information on this crime, please contact Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers anonymously at 217-732-3000 or the Lincoln Police Department at 217-732-2151. Tips leading to an arrest could receive a cash reward up to $1,000. Crime Stoppers only wants your information, not your name.
The Lincoln-Logan County Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week is brought to you by Me Realty, supporting a thriving community safe for families through support of the Crime Stoppers program. Me Realty, 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
Back at Dixon High School, both teams around their respective coaches. Lincoln's Lady Railers apparently didn't have to have a change of uniforms when they came up here because they are again in the road green uniforms, white numerals trimmed in red with the white checkerboard down the sides. The Lady Cougars from Lanark Eastland are around Coach Nicole Brinker. They are clad in their home white uniforms, trimmed in blue, blue sash across the top, orange numerals trimmed in a navy blue. Both teams head out to the floor, and this is a lot different than what we had last night. Last night we were crammed into a corner of Reagan Middle School. Today we're up in the balcony here at Dixon High School with a lot more room. And again, the nice touch is the hospitality area is right behind Connor and I. So we do have a public address system here today. That's different than what we had over at Reagan Middle School. And we will have starting lineups apparently. So the Lincoln Lady Railers will be the first team announced. You already know the starters for Lincoln. First one out, number 3, Gracie Snyder. Sienna Adams gets a start today. CA getting a start at one of the guard positions. Mesa McLeod, number 11, getting a start. Mia Clark getting a start, number 25. And the gal in the middle, Big Mac, McKinley Knapp. And we know that Lily Holmes was a little bit under the weather yesterday. Coach Rohrer talked about that. And from our angle, I can't see that she is dressed and on the bench. So Lincoln's bench was a little bit thin anyway. Tatum Grimm, one of the starters for Lanark. Olivia Kleinfelter, a 5'11" center and a southpaw. Sienna Peterson, number 22, another starter for Lanark. Violet Deal, number 31, another starter. Denise Nieves, number 32, the other starter for Lanark Eastland. And from what we saw yesterday, we would expect that Kleinfelter is probably their number 1 option on offense. Again, she's a southpaw, and it will be something that the ladies from Lincoln will have to adjust to. Left-handers are different to guard than right-handers. If you've played any type of basketball, you know that they move differently, they shoot differently. So Lincoln to move from right to left as you look at your radio dial. Lanark from left to right, tipping it up Deal and Knapp. And Deal controls the tip, tips it into the backcourt. That goes to Peterson. Cross-court Grimm. They go to Kleinfelter. Back out front Grimm. Peterson. Nieves. Back to Peterson. And hounded by Schneider. Grace Schneider doing a good job on defense out front. And there's a steal. Oh, and I think they're going to nail Cece Adams for a foul. Thought she had her pocket picked, and they do. That'll be the first foul on Sienna Adams and the first foul on Lincoln's Lady Railers. Grimm into Peterson. There you go, right side, back to Peterson. Grimm. Nieves, Kleinfelter double teamed on the left side. Back out front, Grimm. Nieves, they go in the corner, Kleinfelter, the southpaw, cut off by Knapp. Good defense by Lincoln. They're keeping the ball right now from getting in the middle. Kleinfelter left side, and Lanark having a little trouble with the zone. Kleinfelter tries the shot. No, and she's fouled, and that's the first foul on McKinley Knapp and the second on Lincoln. So early fouls for Lincoln. We haven't run a minute off the clock yet, and Lincoln's Lady Railers with 2 fouls on the scoreboard. Kleinfelter, the first one up and no good. second one for the 5'11 center. Up and good. Got the second one. So 1-0 Eastland to start this basketball game. 7:14 to go here in the first quarter. Snyder between the circles. Left side Knapp, back out front Adams. Around the horn they go to McLeod. Out front Clark. Clark going to drive it in. Kick back to McLeod. 3 out of the corner. In and out. No good. Rebound Kleinfelter. And here comes Lanark the other way. Nieves out front. Goes to Peterson in the corner. Peterson tries to throw it inside. It's kicked by Clark out of bounds. And it'll stay Eastland ball. 6:45 to go here in the quarter. If you just joined us, Lincoln down 1-0 on a free throw by Olivia Kleinfelter from Lanark. And Lanark will have the ball underneath their own basket, right side, looking to get it in. They tried to go into Kleinfelter. Clark did a good job, knocked it out of bounds. Looking to get it in, trying to get it in. There's a long pass across to Grimm. Long shot up, no good. Barely hit anything. Kleinfelter saves it under her own basket. Ball down on the floor and a tie up, and a jump ball will go Lincoln's way. A good defense here to start by the Lady Railers, although a couple of early fouls, and we come the other way. Lincoln sets up against the Lanark 2-3 zone. Schneider around the zone, in the corner Adams. Adams out front Clark. 3 on the way, no good. Back of the iron. Schneider comes out with it. Grace in trouble. A lot of contact in there, no call, and they steal the ball away from her. Peterson quickly up the floor. They try to go into Kleinfelter, batted away by Clark. Adams the other way, 1-on-3. CC pulls it back out to Schneider. Schneider wide open 3. No! Oh, it almost went in. Kleinfelter the rebound the other way. In the corner they go. Nieves back out front. Peterson. Kleinfelter. They're post and deal at the free throw line. Kleinfelter drives in, throws up a wild shot. Ball on the floor, and another foul underneath on Lincoln. And Tatum Grimm is going to go to the free throw line. Foul is on Mia Clark. That is her first, and the third already on the ladies with 5:43 to go here in the first quarter. Tatum Grimm, free throw line up. First one, no good. Front of the iron, bounced off. Don't forget, the boys start their holiday trek tonight at 7:30 down at Collinsville. Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium against the Mustangs at Mundelein High School. Second one missed also. Kleinfelter tried to rip it away from Clark, and it bounced to McKinley Knapp, and here comes Snyder the other way. Snyder, right side, goes around the Knapp screen. Back to Clark. Clark into Knapp. Knapp, nice move. Trip, no call, and threw the ball over the head of Adams and into the Lanark bench. McKinley Knapp with a good move. Was tripped by Kleinfelter and tried to throw the ball to Adams before she fell out of bounds and threw it over CC's head. Lanark the other way. Right side, Grimm. Grimm, left side, Peterson. Peterson traveled the basketball, no call, gets it to Kleinfelter. Kleinfelter out front, Grimm, back to Peterson. Peterson, 25-footer, didn't hit anything, goes out of bounds, and it'll be Lincoln basketball. So still 1-0 Lanark. We've played almost 3 minutes of the first quarter here from Dixon High School in Consolation Pool A. And Lincoln has yet to break the lid on the bucket. Schneider drives in, kick to McLeod. Back to Knapp, inside Clark. Reach over by Kleinfelter, knocks the ball away. And they come up the floor quickly. Kleinfelter drives in, throws the ball away. Can Lincoln chase it down? Yes, Snyder chases it down. Grace down the lane, throws it up, blocked. And a foul called underneath on Lanark, and the foul's on number 32. That is Denise Nieves. Her first and the team's first. And Grace Snyder, the junior, going to go to the free throw line with a deuce. 4:45 to go here in quarter number 1. Glad you joined us here for lunchtime with the ladies. Tomorrow will be breakfast with the ladies. Snyder, the first one up and good, and that breaks the ice. Connor and I would prefer brunch with the ladies. We'd like to sleep in a little bit more, but it will be an early morning trip for us here and an early morning rise for the ladies. Snyder nails them both, and that makes it 2-1 Lincoln. Grimm across the center line, and Snyder gets called for a foul out front. Grimm to inbound the basketball, goes into corner, ball on the floor, and Lincoln intercepts. Here comes Snyder the other way. Snyder had McLeod on the right side, didn't see her, gets it to Clark on the left side. She drives in, nice pass to Knapp, fouled by Kleinfelter on the shot, no call. And a jump ball called on the ensuing rebound, and it will go to Lanark. Well, we can see what's going on right now. The officials apparently are going to call touch fouls, but the heavy contact are letting go. Nieves out front, Peterson, right side Grimm. Grimm goes in the corner, Kleinfelter, long three. That is way long, and Deal chases it down. Kleinfelter out front, Grimm. Grimm around a couple of Lincoln players, 10-footer off the glass, good. Tatum Grimm makes it 3-2 Eastland. 3:57 to go here in the first quarter. Snyder around a screen, drives in, kick to McLeod, right side three, good! Bang, a Collision Concepts three. And Mesa makes it 5-3. Now here comes Lanark the other way. Kleinfelter thought about a step back three, kicks it back out to Grimm. Grimm, left side Peterson. Kleinfelter going to drive baseline. Rebecca Burge in the basketball game. Reverse layup up, no good. Shot up, no good by Kleinfelter again, up, no good. And Cece Adams steps in and grabs the rebound. Here comes Cece all the way, dribbled it off of her foot and out of bounds. Substitutions for Lanark. Sophie Preston, number 35 in the basketball game for them. And number 10, Izzy Ames in the basketball game for Eastland. Preston goes inside and up and no good for Kleinfelter. And Rebecca Burge, I think, is going to get called for the foul here. Nope, it was Mesa McLeod. Her first, and that is the 15th foul already on Lincoln here in the first quarter. Kleinfelter nails the first free throw. Second free throw up and good. We're tied at 5 with 3:03 to go here in the first period. Lincoln sets up their offense. I guess the 2-3 zone in the corner they go. Emma Hutchinson, good! Bang, a Collision Concepts three. Emma Hutchinson in the basketball game makes it 8-5. And Lincoln comes alive from the arc with 2 threes here in the first quarter. Preston inside Kleinfelter. She traveled, no call. Wait a minute, there's a whistle, and the official with a late whistle calls the traveling on Kleinfelter in the paint. Turnover goes back to Lincoln. Snyder picks up her dribble, gets it to Hutchinson. Hutchinson around the Clark screen, drives in, kick to McLeod. McLeod to Burge. Rebecca turns around, hands off to McLeod. Mesa, the handoff to Hutchinson. Hutchinson thought about stopping in the paint and shooting it. Schneider. Lincoln run a little weave out front, and a pushing foul on Peterson is going to get called out front. And the ball knocked out of bounds on the inbounds play. It'll stay Lincoln basketball. Peterson knocked it out of bounds. McLeod a little difficulty getting the ball inbounds as Eastland goes man-to-man on the inbounds play. They get it into Schneider. Grace stepped on the sideline. Schneider stepped on the sideline. Lincoln's had trouble during the year against pressure getting the ball inbounds. And again, a turnover there by the ladies. Preston throws the ball in the corner. Grimm, 15-footer up, no good, long. McLeod had her person boxed out, but Schneider chased the ball down in the corner. Schneider hounded by the defense. There's a good screen by Burge. Gets it to Clark. Into Burge, up and no good, but a foul called inside. A good pass from Mia Clark to Rebecca Burge. Tatum Grimm with her first foul. And that will be 3 on the Lady Cougars. Rebecca Burge at the free throw line. Back of the iron, no good. Rebecca Burge has gotten more comfortable in her role off the bench as the year has gone on. Gave Coach Rohrer some great minutes and nails a second free throw. That makes it 9-5 Lincoln. Gave Coach Rohrer some good minutes in the afternoon and evening game yesterday. Peterson across the timeline. Right side Grimm. Back out to Peterson. Preston left side. They go into Kleinfelter. Kleinfelter double dribble with a basketball. Lincoln surrounded her in the paint, and she had a lot of trouble moving. So the Lincoln defense causing a lot of turnovers and now need to take a little advantage of it. Peterson's hounding Schneider all out front. A lot of contact going on. Count is on. Grace needs to break the count. Lob pass inside to Burge. Bad pass and stolen away by Lanark. Preston quickly up the floor to Kleinfelter. Kleinfelter's going to get fouled by Mia Clark, and I think that is 2 on Mia. It is. That is 2 on Mia Clark. Her second personal. And the 16th foul of the first quarter on the ladies. Kleinfelter up and no good. McKinley Knapp going to have to come back in for Mia Clark, and Mia's going to have to take a seat. We'll see how long she sits. McKinley Knapp went out with 7:25 of the first quarter of the evening game last night and didn't come back in until the second half. Second shot also missed, and Burge chases it down. Nice rebound by Rebecca. Schneider ahead to Knapp. Good look, up and no good. Matt gets her own rebound, fights for it, goes up. Fouled. The foul is going to be on Sophie Preston. That is the 4th team foul on Lanark in the first quarter. And the senior, McKinley Knapp, will go to the free throw line. The second leading scorer on the team coming into the weekend and nails the first of 2. That makes it 10-5. Second one up and good. Make it 11-5. 59 seconds to go. Clock is in the red. Well, clock is always in the red. They throw it inside and over the head of Izzy Ames. And out of bounds it goes, and it'll come right back the other way. Sienna Adams going to check in for Rebecca Burge. So Rebecca Burge giving Coach Rohrer some good minutes here early in the first quarter due to the foul trouble on the Lady Railers. So Lincoln a little smaller. Schneider drives in. McLeod, long 3 out of the right side. Around and out it goes, and nothing but white shirts under the bucket. Kleinfelter quickly the other way. 39 seconds in the quarter. Out front they go Preston. Right side Peterson. Peterson goes on the baseline. They go inside. Ball batted away. Trying to get it into Kleinfelter. Here comes Adams the other way. Quickly up the floor to Schneider. In the corner McLeod. Mesa goes inside Knapp. Knapp kick back out Adams. Adams goes down the lane. Nice handoff to McKinley. Partially blocked and fouled. A good look by Cece.
Fouls on Eastland, number 10, Izzy Ames, first personal.
Izzy Ames, that was her first team foul. And Lincoln would be in the super bonus here in the first quarter as well. Big Mac, first one up and good.
Shooting bonus for Lincoln, number 31, McKinley Knapp. Substitutions for Cougars coming back in, number 32, Denise Nieves.
Denise Nieves back in the game for Lanark. Second one for Big Mac. She eyes it up and good. Got them both. And Big Mac's got 4 all from the free throw line. Inside they go. Kleinfelter misses a layup. Ball on the floor. It squirts out to Lanark. Peterson, a wild shot up, no good. Knapp to rebound. Clock about to run out, and it does. At the end of one quarter, it is Lincoln 13 and Eastland 5. We'll send it back to the WLCN studios for a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball on 96.3 FM.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Lincoln leads at 13-5 at the end of one quarter here at Dixon over Eastland High School out of Lanark. And you know a coach is not happy with the officiating when they spend the entire timeout jawing with one of the officials. Corey Farmer, of course, doing the instruction on the bench, but I don't think Taylor was too happy with the officiating there in the first quarter. Lincoln trying to get the ball inbounds, and now we get some movement, and Schneider goes to the basketball. Peterson's been hounding Grace out front. Gracie doing a good job of handling the basketball so far. Hand off to Adams. CC goes down the lane, lost the basketball out of bounds. And we've heard from a number of people that the new Wilson basketballs that they're using are extremely slick, and that one just squirted out of her hands, and she's wiping her hands trying to get some sweat off or something on the ball that's off. And the ball goes inside, and a jump ball called. Good job by Mesa McLeod to tie up Kleinfelter inside. Mia Clark going to come back in the game with 2 fouls. 7:39 to go here in the half. They go into Kleinfelter. A nice lob over the defense. Kleinfelter. Nieves, long shot, no good. Air ball rebound to McKinley Knapp. Adams into the forecourt. Top of the key. Hand off to Schneider. Schneider, lob pass to Knapp. McKinley gets it. She goes in the lane. Up and good. And gets called for an offensive foul. That is her second. McKinley made the shot but got called for the charge. And give Peterson an Oscar for the acting job there. Kleinfelter, left-hander off the right side, no good. Preston the rebound, kicks it back out Peterson to Preston. Peterson, left side they go, Grimm. Preston back out front, Peterson. Nice fake, goes in the lane, drives up, left-handed one-hander off the left side on the run, banks it home, and it's 13-7. Snyder, hounded by Peterson, back to Clark. Lanark's picked up their defense. McLeod into Knapp. Knapp tied up by Peterson. Gets the ball out to Schneider. Schneider. Clark thought about loading up the three. Drives in, kicks out to McLeod. To Knapp. Mack, left side Adams. Lincoln trying to work the ball. Adams around the screen from Clark. Adams drives in, cut off. Goes inside, and Clark got busted. No call. Ball batted out of bounds by Lanark. And it'll stay Lincoln basketball. McLeod to inbounds, looking. Trying to get some movement, nearly threw the ball away. Schneider comes out of there with it and dribbles it out of trouble. Adams right side. Clark top of the key. Fakes to Knapp. McLeod back to Adams. Lanark's gone man to man. Lincoln having a little bit of trouble with it, and Adams just threw the ball in the backcourt. Schneider cut one way, Adams threw the ball the other way, and the turnover goes to Lanark. Violet Deal back in the basketball game for Eastland. Emma Hutchinson going to come in the basketball game for Adams. Correction, Gray Gilbert comes in the basketball game for Adams. So Gray seeing some action here early on. Knapp steals the ball away. Nice defense by McKinley. Knapp just stripped it away. Schneider ahead to McLeod. Mesa really wasn't ready for that pass. Schneider drives in, ball batted away. Back to Mesa. Lincoln a little disorganized right now to Clark. Mia, ball fake, left side Gilbert, out front between the circles. Schneider, handoff to McLeod. Mesa to Knapp. Knapp, right side, out beyond the arc to Schneider, back to Knapp, to Clark. Mia, nice fake, going to drive in, kick back out to Mesa, ball tapped away, nearly goes in the backcourt to Schneider. And a timeout taken by Taylor Rohr, and she can see that the team is struggling right now to run their offense. It is a 30-second timeout. We will keep it right here and tell you about many of our fine sponsors. Me Realty, whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean, and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. And as part of the Grau Incorporated High School scoreboard, we can tell you in some Central State boys action from around the state. Sacred Heart Griffin won in double overtime up at the State Farm Classic up in Bloomington. In a game completed earlier this morning, Mount Zion barely beat Springfield Lanphier 61-55 in a quarterfinal game. That may set up Mount Zion against Moline in the semifinals tonight over at Pekin. Rochester, ball batted out of bounds, and they say Clark touched it last. Rochester won easily at Taylorville, 74-18, and Glenwood won down at Centralia yesterday. So that's some of the scoreboard action from around the state involving CS8 boys teams. And again, Lincoln's Railers in action tonight, 7:30. And we remind you that game will not be streamed live because Collinsville has gone to a pay service streaming. Ball up, no good. Rebound, Clark finally gets it out of there. Finally to Mesa McLeod. Back to Schneider. Collinsville has gone to a pay service streaming, and they're not allowing any streaming to go on, but we will have it on the radio. We will have it on the YouTube channel. It will be audio only. Lloyd Kirby will be down there. Olivia Kleinfelter, that is her first foul, and Mia Clark going to go to the free throw line. We will have video down there. We will do some video from halftime, post-game, pre-game, but we are not allowed to show any live action. Clark, first one up and no good. Burge in the basketball game for Knapp. Sienna Adams in the basketball game. Schneider takes a seat. Clark's second one up and got it. Mia Clark's first points of the game come from the free throw line. And Sophie Preston will bring it up, throws it in the corner. Kleinfelter. Kleinfelter tried to drive, travel the basketball, no call again. Left side they go Peterson. Peterson, cross-court pass to Nieves. Preston in the corner, Kleinfelter, drives baseline, hits Clark. They go inside Deal, kick back out Peterson. She drives in, throws up a wild shot, and a foul called. CC Adams nailed for the second foul. 4:05 to go here in the half. At the line, Sienna Peterson. She knocks down the free throw, closes the gap to 6, 14-8. That's 2 fouls on Lincoln here in the second quarter. Peterson's second one up, no good. Burge taps it out of there. Nice tap out by Rebecca Burge. And Adams chases it down in the corner. Adams left-hand dribble across the timeline, near the volleyball line, around the screen. Adams is going to call for an offensive foul. Peterson is guarding people very tough. She's bumping people every time on the dribble, and Adams did throw the arm out there and got nailed for it. That is her third personal foul. She's got to come out. Schneider back in the basketball game. It's also the third team foul on Lincoln of the quarter. So Lincoln in some foul trouble here early on. Kleinfelter drives baseline to push off on Clark. No call. Rebound McLeod. McLeod to Schneider. Schneider in the corner, Mesa. Mesa to Grace. Around the Clark screen to Mia. Mia against Kleinfelter. Step back shot up. No good. That was a 2. And a rebound. Nothing but white shirts under the basket. Preston ahead to Kleinfelter. They work it around the top. 4 players out. Violet Deal posting at the free throw line. Nieves throws up an 18-footer up, no good. And the long rebound goes to Peterson. Ball batted out of bounds. She tried to get it inside to Nieves, and the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll go Lincoln's way. Izzy Ames in the ball game for Eastland. Tatum Grimm comes back in as well. 14-8 if you just joined us. 2:58 to go here in the half. A lot of action, not much scoring. Burge, Hutchinson, handoff to Clark. Mia going to drive down the lane. Mia drives in, kick back out Hutchinson. Emma to McLeod. Mesa drives in, kick back to Hutchinson. Hutchinson around the Burge screen. Hutchinson down the lane, throws it up. A lot of contact, but no call, and Tatum Grimm with the rebound. 2:31 to go. Here comes Lanark the other way. Peterson, long 3, got it. Sienna Peterson appears to be their spark plug. She's really hounding the Lincoln guards on defense. She's able to avoid the Lincoln screens. And ever since Lanark went man-to-man, Lincoln has struggled with their offense. Schneider going to drive down the lane, throws up a scoop shot, and a foul called. And Grace going to go to the line with 2. Foul is on Tatum Grimm, her second foul. Grace Schneider going to go to the free throw line with 2. The lefty eyes it up and good. Grace's third point from the free throw line. Lincoln up 15-11 if you just joined us. 2:03 to go here in the half. Second one up and good. Got them both. So 16-11 the lead. 2:03 to go. Lanark coming the other way. Peterson, a long 3, up and no good. Short. It was on line, but just short right in front of the Lincoln bench. Burge came out with a rebound. Schneider quickly up the floor. Schneider against Peterson. Kicks out to McLeod. Mesa to Clark. Back to Mesa. Mesa to Clark once again. Clark around Kleinfelter. Looking for somebody to get it to. Gets it to Schneider. Again, Lincoln struggling on offense right now. Snyder around the Bird screen, going to take it in. Hutchinson, 3 out of the corner. No good. Rebound battle for inside, and Lanark comes out with it. Ames comes out of there with it, gets it to Preston. Preston throws it inside Grimm. Shot short under the bucket. Kleinfelter reached in, causes a jump ball, and it goes Lanark's way. Preston to inbounds. In the corner, Kleinfelter. McLeod lost her for just a minute. They go in the corner, Preston. She tries to drive on McLeod. McLeod stops her. Back out front, Preston. Grimm. Preston. They go inside Kleinfelter. Kleinfelter around Burge. Up, no good. Rebound, Burge. Reba grabs the rebound, gets it off to Grace. Under a minute to go. 49 seconds on the clock. Snyder across the timeline. Snyder out front, Clark. Pop out screen, up and no good. Rebound, Burge, up and good! Reba with a rebound bucket. Count the bucket. Foul on Sophie Preston. That is her second. Gray Gilbert into the game for Mia Clark, getting her out so she doesn't pick up that third foul before halftime. And Rebecca Burge with quality minutes again. Up and no good. Back of the iron, and the rebound goes to Ames. Ames to Preston. Here they come in a hurry. 18-11, the Lincoln lead. They go inside Kleinfelter. Kleinfelter pushes off on Burge. No call. They get it to Peterson. Peterson, what is the call here? 3 seconds in the lane. So the turnover goes back to Lincoln. Let's see if they go for the last shot of the half. Again, Lanark still in a man-to-man. Snyder out front McLeod. Mesa the fake. Gets it back to Grace. Grace at the Dixon emblem on the right side near what used to be the hash mark. Grace going to drive it in. Nice pass up to Gilbert. No good. Missed the bunny inside. Kleinfelter going the other way. Lost the basketball. Throws it up wildly, and it goes out of bounds at the end of the half. It will be Lincoln 18 and Lanark 11. We will send it back to the WLCN studios. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we will have the Grau Incorporated halftime show. You are listening to Lincoln Lady Railer basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. WLCN's live video stream coverage is made possible by Me Realty. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Call 888-924-3786. State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, with offices at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, or call 217-732-6211. Collision Concepts, located at 1005 Macon Street, just off Woodlawn Road, west of Culver's. Call 217-735-2100 or find them online at collisionconceptsinc.com. Complete Lawn Care, offering year-round service for all your outdoor needs, including lawn care, gutter cleaning, and snow removal. For a free estimate or for more information, call 217-732-9734. Dara Entwistle, independent health insurance agent advocating for you, your family, and your company. Located at 101 and a half South Carolina.
Halftime here at Dixon, here on the Grau Incorporated halftime show. This is Jay Harden, WLCN, covering Lincoln Lady Railer basketball. As Lincoln leads at 18-11 at halftime, they were up 13-5 at the end of the first quarter, got into some foul trouble, and the offense became somewhat stagnant in the second quarter. They were outscored 6-5 in the second quarter, but lead at 18-11 at half. For the Lincoln Lady Railers, the scoring looks like this. Grace Snyder with 4 points, all from the free throw line. She's made all 4 free throws she's attempted. Mesa McLeod, 1-3, 1 Collision Concepts 3 for 3 points. Mia Clark has 2 fouls. She has 1 free throw from the free throw line, 1 of 2 for 1 point. Big Mac McKinley Knapp also with some foul trouble, got 2 fouls. She has 4 points. She's made all 4 free throws she's attempted. Some great minutes from Emma Hutchinson, who had 1-3 here out of the left side, 1 Collision Concepts 3, and she has 3 points. And how about the senior Rebecca Burge off the bench? She has a bucket, 1 of 3 from the free throw line for 3 points. That's the 18 points the Lincoln Lady Rail Splitters have. And the defense has been pretty good. They pretty well have shut down Olivia Kleinfelter, the big center from Lanark Eastland. They have had some difficulty with Sienna Peterson, who's nailed a couple of shots, including a long 3 right in front of the Lincoln bench. But she's wreaked havoc on defense with the Lincoln guards. She bumps them just about every time she gets down the floor. She is really playing belly-to-belly, man-to-man defense and causing some problems. Lanark Eastland started out in a zone defense in the first quarter, and then Nicole Brinker went man-to-man in the second quarter, and the Lincoln offense really struggled in the second quarter. In fact, at one point, Taylor Rohrer had to take a timeout to reset her team and reset their offense as they were struggling extensively on the offensive end of the floor. Again, Lincoln up 18-11 here at Dixon High School in Consolation Pool A. They will have one game left here in Consolation Pool A. That will be tomorrow at 9 a.m., and we believe that will be against Freeport. I guess it's the Lady Pretzels. We know it's the Pretzels of Freeport, but I don't know if it's the Lady Pretzels. At 9 o'clock in the morning, so it'll be breakfast with the Lady Railers. You folks can sit there, have breakfast, and listen to us and watch us on WLCN. Again, we do have the live stream from here in Dixon, but tonight's game and none of the games from Collinsville will be live streamed video on the WLCN YouTube channel. You will be able to listen to the audio. We will have dead ball pregame, halftime, and post-game video, but we are not allowed to do any live streaming from down at Collinsville as they have gone to a pay-per-view service, and I guess if that works out for them, more power to them. But it does cut out the media folks who are wanting to cover basketball games at these high schools and give some coverage and some publicity to high schools that maybe ordinarily would not have coverage. So you will be able to hear audio, and of course you'll be able to hear us on the Mixler app, on the radio airwaves at 96.3, and also through the TuneIn app as well. Lincoln leading 18-11. Nobody on the Lincoln bench, I don't think, is very happy with the way the game has been officiated so far. Lincoln in a lot of foul trouble with Sienna Adams for 3. She's gotten called for 1 offensive foul, pushing off on Sienna Peterson out front 35 feet from the basket when Peterson was hounding her. And then McKinley Knapp went down the lane and also ran into Peterson and got called for an offensive foul after making the basket. The basket was waved off, and that was a second foul on McKinley Knapp. Mia Clark has 2 fouls, and that's the foul trouble for Lincoln. For Lanark, Sophie Peterson has 2 fouls. Tatum Grimm has 2 fouls. We're going to send it back to the WLCN studios for yet another 2-minute timeout. Let you hear from many of our fine sponsors. When we come back, we'll wrap up the Grau Incorporated halftime show and have the start of the second half for you. You're listening and watching Lincoln Lady Railer basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Bank and Trust Company. Heartland Bank and Trust Company gives you choices with personal or business checking accounts that fit you. Good people, great account choices. Heartland Bank and Trust. Member FDIC. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Emo's Cafe, your family restaurant serving home-cooked meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located at 616 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln, phone 217-605-0171. Emo's Cafe, Lincoln's family restaurant. The Johnson family, in honor of Keith Johnson, a proud supporter of Lincoln Lady Railer basketball for over 50 years. LCHS Lady Railer basketball alumni. Lincoln Lady Railer basketball, a proud tradition of Lincoln Community High School athletics. Once a Railer, always a Railer. Lincoln Heating and Cooling, located at 1716 Tremont Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-5835. The LMH Community Health Collaborative, improving the health of the people and the communities it serves. Chase Lowry Edward Jones Financial, your Lincoln Edward Jones financial advisor. located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office. Member SIPC. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located at 509 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln. Call 217-735-4385. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders.
Both teams due out of the locker room here in a minute, and both teams still in their respective locker rooms, although Eastland comes out now as Lincoln leads at 18-11 here at halftime. Lanark making their way back onto the floor. And we have yet to see Lincoln's Lady Rail Splitters make it back out onto the court here at Lancaster Gymnasium. Again, it's a beautiful gymnasium, a beautiful setup here. They've got a couple of batting cages up here in the balcony. And it's a nice setup, really. It's a nice high school, nice gymnasium. The building, Gothic architecture from the outside. And it's right on the Rock River, right on the shores of the Rock River. And here comes Lincoln's Lady Railers, led by Coach Taylor Rohrer out of the locker room. And as we've seen in the past, they usually don't take any warm-ups during halftime. Neither did Lanark, as the officials are also out on the floor. Hopefully everybody has recovered from Christmas and the day after Christmas shopping and the day after Christmas returns. I have stuff to return, but there's no way in the heck I'm fighting those crowds the day after Christmas. Besides, we were busy yesterday, weren't we, young Mr. Shaw? It was a long day yesterday with two games like that. And we apologize for the technical difficulties we had yesterday during the evening game. Inside they go to Knapp, off the inbounds play, up and good. McKinley Knapp gets a deuce on a nice look from Mia Clark. That is the first bucket for McKinley after getting everything in the first half from the free throw line. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties last night. We had an electrical short that young Mr. Shaw actually had to hold the wiring together so we could try and get the post game in. I'm sure that OSHA would probably not appreciate that, and it wouldn't have been funny if he'd gotten zapped out to the free throw line either on that court. Ball batted away by Knapp, and here come the other way. Lincoln up 20-11. Be nice to have another bucket here and a good start to the second half. Schneider around the Knapp screen, and McKinley's going to get called for a moving screen. She did. Mack moved too soon. She came out to set the screen and moved. And Mack doesn't understand what she did, but she did move. Lanark the other way. Eastland the basketball against the Lincoln zone. Right side Peterson, and Snyder knocks it out of her hands. They go inside Deal. Back out front Peterson. Kleinfelter, left-handed 18-footer air ball, and all Clark can do is tap it back out to Deal. You folks watching know that those air ball rebounds are tough to get. You're set. You're trying to get the angle off the iron. And a shot out front by Peterson is no good. And Nieves stepped out of bounds trying to save it. Lady Railers struggling on the boards a little bit today because the shots just aren't hitting anything from Eastland. So it's tough to get the angles. It's tough to do the box outs. Schneider the basketball into the front court, top of the key, hounded by Peterson. Lanark stays in the man-to-man. Schneider going to go in the lane, kick side. Adams, three out of the corner, up no good, and nothing but white shirts under the bucket. Grimm comes out of there with a basketball. Kleinfelter drives baseline, 12-footer off the baseline. That was a good move. Give the deuce to Olivia Kleinfelter, and it's 20-13. Snyder again across the timeline. Another screen out from by Knapp. Snyder down the lane. McLeod left side three. No good. Back of the iron. Clark the rebound. Mia against Kleinfelter. Scoop layup good. Great move by Mia Clark inside. Grabbed the rebound and went up and under Kleinfelter for the bucket. That is the first deuce for Mia Clark in the basketball game. The leading scorer in the Lady Raider team. And on the turnover, batted out of bounds. It's going to go Lincoln's way. Up 22-13 with 5:37 to go here in quarter number 3. Snyder into the front court, goes down the lane to kick out McLeod. McLeod goes in the lane, kick out Adams. Adams in the lane herself. Nice pass to Knapp. Reverse layup. Got it. A good pass from CC to McKinley, and McKinley gets the reverse layup. So could we see the big second half again from the big center? Out front, Peterson, right side, Kleinfelter. Long pass to Grimm. Grimm the fake against the Lincoln defense. Grimm out front, Peterson. Peterson behind the back dribble. Batted away by McLeod. Nieves chases it down. They go inside Kleinfelter. Kleinfelter tried to pass into 4 Lady Raiders. Nothing doing, and here comes Adams ahead of the crowd. Layup, got it, and the harm. Mia Clark with the good look ahead to CC. Got the bucket and the harm, and the foul is on Tatum Grimm, and that is her third. Sophie Preston's going to come in for Tatum Grimm. Emma Hutchinson off the bench for Lincoln. If you just joined us, Lily Holmes was under the weather yesterday and apparently is sick again today, and we don't see her dressed down on the bench. So Lincoln's bench a little bit thinner. With the absence of Lily Holmes, CeCe Adams got the start in place, and Sienna nails the free throw for her first 3 of the game, and just like that, the lead is 27-13 for Lincoln. 4:40 to go here in the third quarter. Peterson, the long right side 3, up no good. Ball off a number of hands. Lanark chases it down. Preston at the volleyball line to Peterson. They go inside Deal. Deal not even looking to shoot to Kleinfelter, and the ball batted out of bounds by Lanark. And a timeout taken on the floor. It'll be a full timeout. Let's send it back to the WLCN studios for a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Lady Raider basketball on 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
You know, if Jim ever retires from WLCN, I think he can get a job at NASA doing the countdowns for rocket launches. What a voice. What a voice. Back here at Dixon, Lincoln the basketball up 27-13. They've gone on a 9-2 run to start the third quarter. They go inside McLeod. McLeod posting up. Nice pass out to Clark. Clark a 3, left side, bang. The Collision Concepts 3. And that was a play out of the Neil Alexander playbook. And on the ensuing possession, Eastland throws it out of bounds. Substitutions for Eastland. Izzy Ames in the basketball game. Sophie Preston in the basketball game. Across the timeline, Schneider brings it to Clark. They go inside Knapp. Mack, nice position. Missed the layup. Kick back out to Hutchinson. Hutchinson, McLeod, back to Emma. Emma, 3 on the way, right side. Oh, around it out. Mack's going to get called for a foul on the push. Yep, she did. 30-13, the Lincoln lead, and that is 4 on Big Mac. She's going to have to come out of the game. Mac just cracks me up. She turns around and goes, "Who, me?" They go into Kleinfelter, down the lane, and they call her for traveling. So Lincoln a bit of a break there because it didn't appear they were prepared for that pass to come so quickly into the middle of Kleinfelter. No matter, it goes the other way. Schneider, the kick to McLeod, left side to Knapp. Or excuse me, Clark. Clark going to drive in on Kleinfelter. Ball stripped away by Peterson. Peterson out front, Preston. They go inside Kleinfelter. She knocks over Clark. There is no call. Burge taps it out of bounds. Unbelievable. Preston inbound the basketball. Preston to Peterson. Preston in the corner. Back out front, Peterson. They go into Grimm. Shot up, no good. It might have been partially blocked by Burge. Kleinfelter knocked it out of bounds. And the officials point the other way. McLeod, the basketball into Schneider. 2:57 to go here in the third. Lincoln up 17, 30-13. McKinley Knapp in foul trouble with 4. Hand off to Clark out front. Nice step back by Mia. Fake on Kleinfelter. Gets it to Hutchinson. Hand off Schneider. Grace drives it in the lane. Throws up the one-hander. Good! Grace Snyder threw up the one-hander. Nails it. Another deuce for Grace. And it is 32-13. That's 6 for Grace. Ball on the floor. Ball on the floor. Snyder ties it up. And on the ensuing jump ball, it goes Eastland's way. But good hustle inside by Grace Snyder. Ball thrown away by Eastland. Off of Kleinfelter's hands. McLeod picks it up. Lincoln with a 19-point lead. 2:22 to go here in quarter number 3. Hutchinson out front. Nice shake and bake dribble. Right side McLeod out front Schneider. Grace trying to drive on Peterson again. The handoff to Mia. Mia drives down the lane. Throws it up on Kleinfelter. Got it. Mia Clark, the strong drive on Kleinfelter. That's 7 for Mia here in the third quarter. Preston out front, Peterson into Preston, into Kleinfelter. Kleinfelter bowls her way in again, throws up a shot. Clark had both hands extended up top. And let's see who the foul is on. It's on Mia Clark. That is her third, the team's third. Kleinfelter hits the first of 2. Second one for Kleinfelter. Interesting, she dribbles the ball with her right hand, shoots with her left. Ball knocked out of bounds. They say it was knocked off of Eastland. Burge was in there as well. But we'll take the break. 34-14, the Lincoln lead. 1:45 to go here in the third. Hutchinson out front, left-handed dribble, hand off to Clark. Mia going to drive in again. Hand off to Schneider. Lincoln run a little weave against this man-to-man. Hutchinson, strong drive. Clark, right side 3, back of the iron, no good. Ball in the corner, and it'll go Lincoln's way as Peterson was able to screen off Hutchinson from saving the basketball in the far corner. 1:28 to go. 34-14. Lincoln up 20. Nice defense by Clark. Clark ahead of the pack. From Schneider. Up and good. Good look by Gracie to get the ball ahead to Mia, who knocked it away in the first place. Preston. Out front, Peterson. Right side, Ames. They're looking inside Kleinfelter. Again, reverse layup up and no good. Rebound, Mason McLeod fights for it and takes it out of there. Snyder. Top of the key. Right side, Clark. Mia, nice little spin move. The C's part. She goes down the lane, throws it up. No good. And here comes Eastland the other way. Quickly ahead to Peterson. Peterson inside Kleinfelter. Right-handed shot up, no good. Short gets her own rebound. Up and good. And a foul on Lincoln. Foul is on Grace Snyder, and that is just her second. But that is the 4th team foul on Lincoln this quarter. Greg Gilbert comes in for Mia Clark. Coach Rohrer having to do some substitutions with the foul trouble. Kleinfelter up and good. Rebecca Burge is in the basketball game as well. Lincoln a little small on the floor right now compared to Eastland, especially having to deal with Kleinfelter. Snyder, handoff Gilbert, Hutchinson, back to Snyder. Snyder going to drive it in, gets it to Emma. Emma drives in. Emma, Gilbert down the lane, handoff to Burge, threw it through her hands and out of bounds. 15.1 seconds to go. Lincoln up 36-17. Peterson, Preston, 10 seconds. Ames in trouble. They go inside, ball on the floor. Grimm turns around, throws it up. Kleinfelter picks it up and is fouled and made the bucket. Foul is on Gray Gilbert. That is her first.
Gray Gilbert, first foul. 15 foul.
Up and good. Kleinfelter knocks it down, makes it 36-20. And now Lincoln struggling to get the ball inbounds. McLeod just threw it right to Tatum Grimm, who knocked it back out of bounds. 1.4 seconds on the clock. They get it into Hutchinson. She just throws the ball down the court. And at the end of 3 quarters, it is Lincoln 36 and Eastland 20. We'll send it back to WLCN for 1 minute. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball on 96.3 FM.
Are you sick and tired of the telephone calls, text messages, and ads in the mail for Medicare open enrollment? Medicare open enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th. Changes made during this time will go into effect January 1, 2025. Feel free to call me, local Medicare agent Dara Entwistle, and set an appointment to go over 2025 changes and plans. My office is in downtown Lincoln, or I can meet with you at your home if you like. Again, call me, Dara Entwistle, your local Medicare agent and your friend in health insurance, 217-651-8046.
Lincoln up 36-20 as we enter the final 8 minutes of play here at Dixon. Lincoln scored 18 points in the third quarter. That's as many as they scored in the first half. Lanark outscored Lanark 18-9 to have a 16-point lead. At one point, the lead was 20 points. Olivia Kleinfelter went on a little run there at the end of the third quarter. And they go to Clark. Clark goes into Burge. Burge lost the basketball, but Snyder there to recover. McKinley Knapp on the bench with 4 fouls. Clark has got 3. Adams has 3. Burge, 15-footer baseline, threw it over the basket, and Preston comes out of there with it. They go to Kleinfelter. Kleinfelter spins, throws up a wild shot. McLeod gets it, and Kleinfelter should be called for the foul. She is. That is her second, the first team foul of this quarter on Eastland. Snyder across the timeline. Adams lost the basketball, recovers. Adams handoff to Clark. Clark against Kleinfelter. Looks for somebody, hands off Snyder. Snyder kicked to McLeod in the corner. Mesa, 3 out of the corner, bang, a collision concepts 3 for Mesa. McLeod rolled it home. And just like that, it's 39-20. Peterson, a long shot out near the volleyball line. Short, ball on the floor. Ball on the floor, should be a jump ball call. And it'll go Eastland's way. I doubt that's the shot Nicole Brinker wanted out of her offense. That was an awfully long shot. Way short. They get it inbounds Peterson. They go inside Kleinfelter. She turns, fires, no good. Rebound Burge. Burge to Adams. Kleinfelder with a nice move inside, just up too hard. Clark out front, drives. Burge baseline. Burge picks up her dribble, throws it out front. Adams. Adams goes to drive down the lane. Kick out to Mesa. Mesa to Grace. Grace back to Adams. Adams drives baseline. Adams to Burge. Burge, Schneider. Lincoln running a little clock here. Long three by Mia Clark. It is good. A bang, a collision concepts three. Mia Clark has come to life here in the second half. Preston stolen away by Snyder. Grace off to the races. Layup time coming up and no good. Adams fights for the ball. She gets it in the corner. Back out front, Clark. Clark drives in. Nice spin move. Clark throws it up and no good. Burge the rebound. Burge is hacked. No call. Throws it up. No good. Rebound, Preston. Inside they go. Shot up Ames, no good. And Snyder chases it down in the corner. Grace pushing the ball up the floor. No numbers there. Grace stops, picked up her dribble, hand off to Adams. Lanark still in the man-to-man. Clark right side three, no good, around and out. No Lincoln players in there for the rebound. And Eastland coming the other way. We've got 5:25 to go. Lincoln up 42-20. Peterson, long three right side, got it. Sienna Peterson with a long bomb three. 42-23, the Lincoln lead. Again, if you just joined us, Lily Holmes not available today. Apparently under the weather after she was last night. And there was a lot of contact out front, no call. Adams the ball. McLeod right side three, no good. Burge the rebound. Hacked, no call. Out front, Schneider. Grace inside. McLeod again the three. Good. Bang, a collision concepts three. Greg Gilbert and Emma Hutchinson about to come in the basketball game for Lincoln. Sophie Preston a long three, and she nails it. 45-26, and we've got a timeout on the floor. It is a full timeout. Let's send it to the WLCN studios for 1 minute. When we come back, we'll have the last 4 minutes of quarter number 4.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Lincoln up 45-26, 4:35 to go in the basketball game. Mason McLeod hit a three right prior to that timeout. And then Sophie Preston came back and got the three back on the other end. Lanark setting up in a 2-2-1 zone press. As Lincoln inbounds the basketball, they get into Hutchinson. Hutchinson, Gilbert. Gilbert across the timeline to Clark. Lincoln breaks it easy. Lanark falls back into man-to-man. Gilbert to Hutchinson out front. Emma, handoff to Mia Clark. Clark, nap in the basketball game. Out front, Gilbert. Hutchinson. Hutchinson, handoff to Mia. Mia nearly picked up her dribble, gets it to Gilbert. Gilbert to Hutchinson. Lincoln run a little weave out front. In the corner, Mesa. Three out of the corner. Bang! Another collision concept three. Mesa McLeod has found the shooting touch here in the last couple of games. Bangs home the three, 48-26. Peterson. They go inside Deal. Deal throws up a shot. No good. Fight for the basketball. Gilbert comes out of there with it. Gray off to the races. Drives the basket. Lays it up. No good. Knapp the rebound. Fights for it. And a jump ball is called. And it will stay Lincoln basketball. 48-26, the Lincoln lead. McLeod to inbounds. Nice pass in the corner. They go inside Knapp. Knapp around Deal. Tried the hook shot, and she's going to get called for a hook. That, I think, is 5 on McKinley Knapp. Let's see. Yep, that's it. Big Mac is fouled out. Rebecca Burge going to come in the basketball game for Lincoln. Mac got the ball in the post, and they say she hooked Violet Deal trying to go to the basket. Kleinfelter against Burge, throws the ball inside, up and good. A shot just thrown up by Deanice Nieves. And Lanark comes out in that 2-2-1 zone press again. McLeod in the backcourt. Hutchinson, Emma to Mia. Across the timeline they go. Mia hounded by Kleinfelter. Out front Hutchinson. Emma going to drive in again. Emma to Gilbert. Gilbert throws up a 5-footer. Is fouled in the lane. Gray Gilbert's going to go to the line with a couple of shots.
Fouls on Eastland, 31, Violet Deal.
Violet Deal with her first foul.
At the line, shooting for Lincoln, 13, Gray Gilbert.
Gilbert, the first one up and got it. Gray Gilbert knocks it down. Ladies have shot pretty well from the free throw line today. Up and got them both. So with 2:58 to go, Lincoln up 50-28. Preston quickly across the timeline. Preston into corner Peterson. Wide open three for Peterson. It was online, but way too hard. And ball batted around, and Mia comes out with the rebound. Clark quickly up the floor. Clark going to drive it in. Now she'll pull it back out. Clark works against Deal out front. Handoff Gilbert to Hutchinson. Again, the weave out front. Hutchinson, 18-footer, good. Emma Hutchinson with that mid-range jumper, the stop and pop, and Emma knocks it down for her 5th point. 52-28. In the corner, Peterson. She fakes, drives in. Peterson throws up the shot. No good. Rebound Deal up. No good. McLeod strips it from her and takes it out of there. Mesa to Hutchinson. Emma quickly up the floor. Emma. Peterson stole the ball from her. A lot of contact out front. Emma, nice dribbling. Gets it to Clark. Clark handoff Gilbert. Gilbert, the handoff to Hutchinson. Hutchinson to Clark. In the corner they go Burge. Reba back out front to Emma. They go inside Gilbert. Gilbert throws it up. Knocked to the floor, no call, and here comes Preston the other way. Kleinfelter ahead of the pack, traveled, no call. Throws up a wild shot, and Burge gets the rebound. Sloppy play going on right now. McLeod, Clark. Hutchinson, Emma going to drive. Stop, 8-footer right side, good. Emma Hutchinson. 54-28 with 1:27 to go here in a basketball game. Peterson out front, Preston. Preston a long three, no good, back of the iron. McLeod couldn't chase it down. Again, both teams looking a little tired here. They go inside Deal. Back out front, Kleinfelter, Peterson. And what is the call here? A pushing foul on somebody. Mesa McLeod? Mason McLeod, that is her second. Wholesale substitutions for Eastland. It looks like Nicole Brinker has thrown the towel in. Elizabeth Chin in the basketball game, as is Ella Schneider for Lincoln. Grimm has the basketball in the corner, looks inside to Ames. They go back to Grimm, baseline. Grimm kicks it out to Peterson, 18-footer, good. Sienna Peterson, the 18-footer, that was a deuce. Makes it 54-30. We're inside of a minute, and Peterson's not giving up. She knocks the ball out of bounds. Ella Schneider to inbound down here on the baseline. Ella into Hutchinson, back to Ella. Ella, ball batted away. Hutchinson comes out of there with it, and Emma's off to the races. Emma dribbled it off her own leg and out of bounds. Some of her teammates laughing at her over that one. Ames Ames to Grimm. Nice move. Layup, no good. Burge takes it out of there. Reba with the rebound. 27 seconds to go here in the basketball game. Emma to Ella lost the basketball again. Play getting kind of sloppy here. Ames, Peterson, layup time. Got it. 54-32, the Lincoln lead. Ella inbound to Emma. Lanark in the 2-2-1 press. Ahead to Gilbert. Gray drives it in. Kick out to Schneider. And that will run out the clock. The final score, Lincoln wins it by a score of 54-32. We will send it back to the WLCN studios for a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have the Grau Incorporated postgame show. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball on 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Back here at Dixon High School for the Grau Incorporated postgame show. Here at Lancaster Gymnasium, where Lincoln wins it by a score of 54-32 over Eastland High School out of Lanark. In a game where Lincoln was up 13-5 at the end of the first quarter, 18-11 at halftime. Really, the offense came alive in the third quarter. It was 36-20 at the end of three, and the final score, 54-32. The ladies win it, and right now stand at 2-1 here in the 46th annual KSB Dixon Holiday Tournament, the oldest girls tournament in the state of Illinois. And they will play tomorrow in Consolation Pool A. Their final game will be against the Pretzels of Freeport High School, and that will be breakfast with the Lady Railers at 9 a.m. We will be here to cover all the action for you, including the live video stream, and you can listen to us on the Mixler app and on the airwaves at 96.3 FM. Our next broadcast for WLCN will be tonight. I believe it is at 7:30 or scheduled at 7:30 from Collinsville High School from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, where there will be a battle that goes on between Lincoln Community High School and the Mundelein Mustangs, because neither one of those teams will want to lose that game and go into the back gymnasium. And if you've ever gone to Collinsville, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You win the first game, you stay in the main gym. You lose the first game, you go to the back gym. So there will be a battle going on between Lincoln and Mundelein to stay in the championship bracket and to stay out of the back gym, and we wish the boys all the luck tonight. Kirby, Comnick, and Kirby scheduled to cover that game. And again, we will not have a live video stream. There will be video streaming, but it will not be any of the live action that you see or that you would see. because Collinsville has gone to a pay-per-view service for the Collinsville Holiday Tournament. They no longer broadcast all the games on K-Hawk Sports TV, at least from the tournament. So we are not allowed to do the live streaming from there, although there will be some streaming of dead ball, timeouts, halftime, and a pre- and post-game show. So tune into the WLCN YouTube channel. We will have audio and some video. Or you can tune in on the Mixler app or, of course, on the airwaves 96.3 FM. Well, again, Tina Lowry, if you're listening, don't use me as any official scoring. Please get that from the official scoring book. But working by myself, I did the stats today, and here's what I have. Lily Holmes was unavailable today, didn't even dress as far as I could see. She's been under the weather and was unavailable, so the Lincoln bench was a little bit thin, but we had some fine bench play from several players. Grace Snyder had probably one of her finest games here at Lincoln Community High School as a junior. She was 4 of 4 from the free throw line, had 1 bucket on a drive for 6 points, and handled the basketball very, very well today. Mesa McLeod, her shooting came alive. She had 12 points, all from three-point land. She had 1 in the first half, 3 in the second half for 12 points. Mia Clark had 1 free throw in the first half, and she came alive in the second half with 2 threes and 3 deuces for 13 points. And Mia Clark took a physical beating inside every time she was inside, defensively or offensively. So Mia Clark with 13 today. She led the ladies. McKinley Knapp fouled out, but before she fouled out, she made all 4 free throws in the first half, 2 buckets in the second half for 8 points. Sienna Adams got in a little foul trouble as well, but she ended the game with only 3. She had 3 points on a bucket and a free throw in the second half. Gray Gilbert came off the bench. She had 1 foul, but she had 2 big free throws for 2 points. Emma Hutchinson played very well off the bench today. She had a 3 in the first half, 2 buckets in the second half on a couple of nice mid-range jumpers, and we may have found somebody that can come in and shoot that mid-range jumper a la Becca Heitzig. Emma had 7 on the basketball game today, and Rebecca Burge got a lot of minutes today due to the foul trouble, and she's earned some minutes. She had a free throw and a bucket in the first half for 3 points. Again, Lincoln wins it 54-32 over the Cougars from Eastland High School out of Lanark. Lincoln goes to 7-5. Lanark will drop to 4-11, and Taylor Rohrer will look to get 3 games over 500 tomorrow morning against Freeport right here at Lancaster Gymnasium on the campus of Dixon High School. We're waiting for Taylor Rohrer to join us up here in the balcony on the post-game show. Let's send it back to the WLCN studios for a 2-minute word from many of our fine sponsors. When we come back, we'll have more of the Grau Incorporated post-game show. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball on 96.3 FM.
This is Corporal Brian Clements with the Lincoln Police Department. This week, Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers is seeking information in reference to copper gutters that have been stolen off churches in the last couple weeks. On December 6th at 1:54 p.m., 2 subjects stole a copper downspout off the Zion Lutheran Church at 205 Pulaski Street. They were both on bicycles, and one was wearing a Chicago Bears jacket, the other was wearing a tan coat and blue jeans. If you have any information on this crime, please contact Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers anonymously at 217-732-3000 or the Lincoln Police Department at 217-732-2151. Tips leading to an arrest could receive a cash reward up to $1,000. Crime Stoppers only wants your information, not your name.
The Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week is brought to you by Me Realty, supporting a thriving community safe for families through support of the Crime Stoppers program. Me Realty, 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Coach Taylor Rohrer has joined us on the post-game show graciously after a 54-32 victory by your girls. And, you know, it took a little while for them to get going. The offense was decent in the first quarter, but then Lanark switched to a man-to-man, and it looked like the girls, for whatever reason, started struggling. I know you called a timeout to kind of reset things. What happened there, Coach?
I just feel like we weren't really looking to score. We were just kind of, nobody truly wanted the ball in their hands. Nobody was, you know, kind of playing their game, and we just try to get them motivated to look to score. You know, we need Mia and McKinley really looking to score inside and outside for Mia, and try to get her some confidence going to the basket or looking to shoot, and or getting that kick out to Mesa. But I feel like we came out in the second half and we switched offenses to something that we haven't ran too much, but we were able to get Mia a couple extra looks there, and it kind of opened things up.
I thought today that Grace Snyder had one of her best basketball games of this season, and since she's been a varsity player. I mean, made all 4 free throws she shot, had a running one-hander there in the lane where she didn't drive it all the way. She actually stopped before the taller players got to her and threw it in, and she handled the basketball really well against some tough pressure from Peterson. I mean, she was bumping every time out there out front.
Yeah, Grace had a great game today, this game and last night. I think personally 2 of her best games. I agree with you. You know, she's coming into her own. I think that, you know, when you're a kid, you think it's all about scoring, but when you're a point guard, it's all about getting the ball to where it needs to be, and she did a really nice job of that today, of handling the pressure, not turning it over, finding a basket here or there. You know, the runner in the lane, that was a perfect example. That was the shot we need her to take. But, you know, everything else, her job is to get the ball to our scorers and run the offense and, you know, keep everybody kind of calm and settled, and she did a great job today. I think she did a great job last night. Kind of felt like in the first half maybe she was one of the only ones who kind of showed up to play, and yeah, she definitely came into her own today last night as a good little point guard there.
Was it fatigue that started the game off the way it did? Was it just the fact that you're playing a noon basketball game? Because it looked like in the first half the girls were standing around a little bit, and then I noticed in the second half you went to a kind of a weave motion offense, and that kind of really seemed to get them going. It got the circulation going. It got them, you know, it got them into a rhythm of playing as opposed to the standing around they seemed to do in the first half.
Right. I mean, I think that part of the problem is, you know, we're used to in the CSA, we're used to seeing a defense that's like up in your crawl, like they're in your face, they're all over you. And they kind of played more of a man-to-man that was like they were hanging off of us, and we didn't really know how to handle that very well because we don't see that very often. So it was nice to see that little bit of change in a defensive type. But the weave helped open us up a little bit more because we've, you know, in practice we've been working on getting back cuts because we see so many up-in-your-face defense, and you know, so then you're not getting that today early, and you're frustrated, and but the weave it helped open us up on the outside, keeping those defenders in and pitching it back to our shooters.
I thought for the most part your defense did a pretty good job of trying to keep the ball out of the middle away from Kleinfelter. There was times that she was able to get the ball in the middle and do something with it, but many times that was when you had people on the bench with foul trouble, and you had a pretty small lineup in there.
Right. I mean, you know, Lily and Cece really primarily play the top for us, and so throwing Grace in there at the top on our defense, she hasn't played it a ton. And so she just, you know, understanding that when the ball isn't yours, you have to be at that high post, and again, you know, we're pretty small in there once you lose Lily, and I mean, they did an okay job. They did what they were supposed to do. Our post players, they came up and played defense. To me, the biggest problem in our defense was our rebounding today. We didn't do a good job of rebounding and boxing out. They got a lot of second looks. They went on like a 6 or 8 point streak right before the half because we weren't boxing out, and then we were fouling on their putbacks, and we got to do a better job boxing out.
Yeah, I commented on the radio, and there were times I thought it was. I think it's difficult when you saw some of the shots that Eastland was putting up, their air balls, or they're barely hitting the rim, and the girls were sealing out, and you're trying to get the angle, and then there's no angle to the basketball, and you just kind of all of a sudden freeze and don't, So those are kind of tough rebounds to get, but you're right. The rebounding, there were a lot of second chances for Eastland out there.
Right.
I thought Rebecca Burge, again, gave you some really good minutes. She really is rounding in to somebody you can depend on off of the bench.
Yeah, she did a nice job today. She played good defense and handled the basketball well when she had it in her hands. Was able to score it a couple times and really just kind of did what we needed her to do in there and be a team player and play defense. And she did a nice job of that for us.
I'll tell you, Emma Hutchinson really, I thought, gave you some good minutes today. She played well offensively. She handles the basketball fairly well. And it's somebody that I see that has that mid-range jumper that she'll take and knock it down, which is something Becca did all of her 4 years at Lincoln High School. And that mid-range jumper is very important if you're going to be a scorer or keep defenses honest. You don't just sit out there for the threes. I thought she had a real good game today.
I do too. I really like the way that she plays with this group, and she understands her role really well, and she never tries to do too much. She just does exactly, kind of what we ask of her. When she's open, we want her to look to score it. She's got a good outside shot, and she does, like you said, have a nice jumper. She's real smooth with the basketball. She played well. If
my count is right, and by no means am I the official statistician, but it looks like you were around 12 of 15 from the free throw line today. I think team only missed 3 free throws today.
What's an improvement?
And I thought, but it was nice to see that people were out there knocking down free throws. Right. That's going to come into play in close games.
Absolutely. We just have to be more comfortable at the free throw line and just stepping up and being confident and knocking them down. And so we're getting better.
McKinley gives me cause to laugh. She ended up fouling out, and I like the way sometimes she looks over when she does commit a foul, and she goes, "Who, me?"
And I nod, like, yeah, you fouled.
Yes. There were a couple of times it's like, yes, you did. Yes, you did. The hook down on the other end, I don't know. That was one that was maybe a little iffy, but there were some calls out there that you raised a little bit of an eyebrow about. But hey, you adjust to the officiating. Again, it's different officiating up north than you're likely to see down the CS8.
Right. No comment.
That's fine. That's fine. I think no comment says it all. So you've got a game against Freeport tomorrow at 9 a.m. That's going to be tough to get out of bed and get the girls up and get ready for a 9 a.m. game. Saw a little bit of Freeport. Freeport beat Eastland yesterday, I think, 71-59. They've got some size height-wise, and they're pretty good-sized girls.
They're a good team, and they got a couple guards who are real good players, and 9 a.m. Hopefully they struggle at 9 a.m. the way we struggle at 9 a.m. But we have to show up and play. That's the bottom line. You just got to show up. And you got to play hard, and you got to play Lincoln basketball, no matter what time it is. And so hopefully we'll come out ready to play. But they're a good team. They're beatable, but they're a good team. And we'll be without Lily again tomorrow, so that'll hurt us. But that's an opportunity for somebody else to step up, and that's what we need.
We know Lily, you said, was under the weather during yesterday's games, and we didn't see her dressed on the bench, so she will be out for tomorrow's game.
She'll be out for tomorrow.
Will she be back for the Morton game likely? We don't know yet.
I don't know. We hope so. Time will tell.
Okay. So you win at 54-32. You climb a couple of games above 500. Now we go for 3-1 tomorrow and look to get 3 games above 500 and go on a little bit of a winning streak here.
That's the goal.
So it'd be a 9 a.m. game, and then after the game, long ride home for all of us. But breakfast with the Lady Railers tomorrow for those listening at home in Railer Nation.
Yep. You guys can eat and we'll play.
All right, thanks for joining us on the post-game show. We appreciate you finding your way up here, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for a game against the Freeport Pretzels.
Sounds good.
Thanks for joining us, Coach. Appreciate it. Congratulations on the victory. Again, Lincoln wins it here 54-32. We'll run through the scoring one more time very quickly for Lincoln's Lady Railers. Grace Snyder with 6, Mason McLeod with 12, Mia Clark the leading scorer with 13, McKinley Knapp who fouled out with 8, 3 for Sienna Adams, 2 for Gray Gilbert, 7 for Emma Hutchinson, and 3 for Rebecca Burge. Again, the final score, Lincoln 54, Lanark 32. Lincoln goes to 7-5, Lanark goes to 4-11. For station manager Jim Ash, for social media director Lloyd Kirby, for Connor Shaw running the camera and getting new equipment for us so we could broadcast to you today. For Lloyd Kirby, our social media director, and the guy who got us the equipment, we appreciate it. For Connor Shaw's dad, who was the intermediary delivery man for our equipment, we appreciate that. For all of our fine sponsors, we want to thank all of them. Please patronize our fine sponsors. They came on board to help bring all the games of Lincoln Lady Rail basketball to Railer Nation. Again, Lincoln wins at 54-32. From here in Dixon, this is Jay Harden signing off. Good afternoon, and thanks for listening.
Are you sick and tired of the telephone calls, text messages, and ads in the mail for Medicare open enrollment? Medicare open enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th. Changes made during this time will go into effect January 1, 2025. Feel free to call me, local Medicare agent Darrett Entwistle, and set an appointment to go over 2025 changes and plans. My office is in downtown Lincoln, or I can meet with you at your home if you like. Again, call me, Darrett Entwistle, your local Medicare agent and your friend in health insurance, 217-651-8046.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly, with less downtime, and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. WLCN's live video stream coverage is made possible by Me Realty, Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Call 888-924-3786. State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, with offices at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, or call 217-732-6211. Collision Concepts, located at 1005 Macon Street, just off Woodlawn Road west of Culver's. Call 217-735-2100 or find them online at collisionconceptsinc.com. Complete Lawn Care, offering year-round service for all your outdoor needs, including lawn care, gutter cleaning, and snow removal. For a free estimate or for more information, call 217-732-9734. Dara Entwistle, independent health insurance agent advocating for you, your family, and your company. Located at 101 and a half South Kickapoo Street, Suite 6 in Lincoln. Call 217-651-8046. Heartland Bank and Trust Company. Heartland Bank and Trust Company gives you choices with personal or business checking accounts that fit you. Good people, great account choices. Heartland Bank and Trust. Member FDIC. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Emo's Cafe, your family restaurant serving home-cooked meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located at 616 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Phone 217-605-0171. Emo's Cafe, Lincoln's family restaurant. The Johnson family, in honor of Keith Johnson, a proud supporter of Lincoln Lady Railer basketball for over 50 years. LCHS Lady Railer basketball alumni. Lincoln Lady Railer basketball, a proud tradition of Lincoln Community High School athletics. Once a Railer, always a Railer. Lincoln Heating and Cooling, located at 1716 Tremont Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-5835. The LMH Community Health Collaborative, improving the health of the people and the communities it serves. Chase Lowry Edward Jones Financial, your Lincoln Edward Jones financial advisor. Located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office. Member SIPC. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located at 509 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln. Call 217-735-4385. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Simply Traveled Cruise Planners. Let LCHS alum Amy Wiggers-Chen help with domestic and global travel arrangements for groups, generational travel, Disney, all things cruises, and all-inclusive travel. Simply Traveled is so much more than cruises. Call Amy at 615-961-6474 or go online to simply-traveled.com. United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln and online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank is the leader in community banking and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Lincoln Mayor Tracy and Annette Welch. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.